Okay, so if we go into week 1, we can actually go over the mood board assignment worksheet. I'm going to show you how to work in Canva to do this assignment. Make sure you read over the assignment worksheet. Basically, you're supposed to choose a company from this list. You can click on these to take you to the websites. And we are going to construct a mood board using canva.com. So you can use Facebook or Google to log into Canva, or you can just log in using custom credentials. So you can use shapes, photos, elements, just make sure they're all free, because the ones that aren't free have watermarks on them. And so it's better to use free things, obviously. They have mood board templates, so you can click on this. It'll take you to the mood board templates once you're actually logged into Canva. And make sure you pick a template that includes several color swatches and fonts in the layout design, because we're going to change those fonts and colors to match the brand of the company you chose. So the brand of the company is like their colors, their fonts, and their imagery, and just kind of like the feeling that you get, like is it young and hip, or those kinds of things. So that's kind of the brand. The brand is like the look and feel of the company. So we're going to take a look. You just pick one of these, whichever one you like. You can check them all out if you want, and then pick your favorite. So like I said, the mood board should have the same look and feel as the company that you chose from the list of 7 here. All of the companies above have pretty strong brands, pretty strong aesthetics and looks and feel. I like to say look and feel for brand, but brand is kind of the look and feel of the company. So just get an idea of their brand and how they design their website and some of their things that they have on their website. And then you can go to Canva and actually create your mood board based on the company that you chose. You can pull images directly from the website of your company if you like, or you can also use the free stock images available in Canva. I want you to include a color scheme of at least 4 colors. That being said, most of these websites that you look at might not have 4 colors, but there's going to be at least 2 colors on each of these websites typically. Some of them are going to be mostly black and white with a few spot colors, like smaller colors being used. So just, if it's just used to your own discretion. And then, so you need to include 4 photos at least. So 4 colors, 4 photos, 2 font choices, so 2 different fonts that complement each other. So that's actually called a font pair. We're actually going to have an assignment that's specific to that later. But 2 font choices, imagery, fonts, and colors should be similar in style to what you found on the website of your chosen company. Put the name of the company in the kind of larger font, such as kind of like a headline on your mood board. And then in the smaller copy, you need to have some smaller copy. Use descriptive words that accurately describe your chosen company. So I have an example here of a student that did ModCloth. These are the colors that she found on the website. And then she, put the 2 different font choices, 4 different colors. She has 4 photos in here, and then she has the, vintage, fun, inclusive, fashion. Another one would be feminine, probably, because it's mostly for women. Young, probably for younger women, that kind of thing. So just think of words that go along with your company. Online students, you're going to need to download a PNG and a PDF file out of Canva, so you'll need to download those 2 file types out of Canva. You'll submit the PDF into the assignment upload area in Brightspace by the due date listed in Brightspace. The PNG file will actually be used for the critique in the discussions area. So don't forget to answer the questions in the discussion area, and then also reply to 3 other designs done by your classmates. We really want to make it so everyone's design gets at least 1 comment in that critique discussion area for the online students. Face-to-face students, you only have to download a PDF file out of Canva, and you'll submit that into the assignments area by the due date. And you'll need a printed copy of your mood board by a certain date listed in Brightspace for classroom critique. And so we'll do our critique in person. And just be ready to talk about your mood board design. And then this is how I want you to label your files. Keep the extension on the file name, such as the PDF or PNG, depending on if you're online or in person. No spaces in file names. You can use underscores to separate words or camel case. Camel case is actually when you separate words in a file name with capital letters. I actually use camel case most of the time. So your first and last name, and then the file extension at the end, either separated by like the words are separated with a uppercase or an underscore to separate words. Just take your time, be creative, have fun. So that was me going over the project worksheet. Now we'll actually go into Canva. So you'll have to log into Canva. You can use your Facebook or Google account to do that. And then in here in the search area, you can look for mood board. You might have to type that in. So just think about your mood board in terms of, is it going to be similar in size to an 8.5 by 11? If we don't have the actual paid Canva, then we can't change the size of templates. But think about this rectangle that this cute piece of computer paper makes, which is 8.5 on the short side and 11 inches on the long side. Think about that rectangle and try to find something that you think will fit on that. Also, another thing to remember is when you're searching for this, actually separate out the words into two, because you'll get better results. And then push free over here in the left-hand menu. You might have to scroll down to find that. So you can find, some of them still are paid, but you can typically find something that will work for you. I think this one would be a good one to go with. It's nice. Might have to change the colors, but so let's say I have Urban Outfitters, so I'll just go to their website. I see a lot of black and white right off the bat. I see some red. What else do they have as far as colors go? Here's kind of a tan color that they are using. So I'm kind of thinking tan, black, white, maybe red, although that might just be red because it's the sale button. It's mostly black and white though. We can also look up Urban Outfitters. Just in general, maybe just look at images. Black, white. They do have some of this color here. Look at their ads. Black and white, some of the yellow, pink. So I mean, some of it's open to interpretation to some degree, but there's a lot of black and white. So we can go in here and change, our colors. So if we click on the shapes, we can change the colors here. Just going to make, and then I can actually click on each of these colors one by one and just change them. I'm going to do black, white, and then I can actually pick a custom color. I'm going to do kind of a light tan color. That might be a little too, kind of like the one I saw on the page there, maybe something like that. And then maybe a gray, because it seemed like it was pretty neutral on their site. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 images here that I can use. And I do need to find fonts that will match what they have. So they have a very, plain modern font. This is not, but we can change the fonts pretty easily. If you click on them and then double click, you can actually highlight the fonts. There's a drop down menu here. And we can find something, actually I feel like that is pretty close to the font that they use. And we're trying to find a font pair. So there's, a really thick font and then kind of a similar font that might even be the same font, but it's all, it's a thinner version of that same font. So I think I'm going to do that on my design. Probably just go with Montserrat, but just a thinner version of that. Not the extra bold, but just the so we can actually start entering in the smaller text some words that describe the company. So I would say Urban Outfitters is young, hip, fashionable, free thinking, free spirit kind of thing. So I'm going to do this. If you push Option 8 on your keyboard, you can get like a little, I don't know, a little dot. And that helps to separate out words. You can do that if you choose to on your design. And then we actually put the name of the company in the larger font. It's kind of like a headline. Maybe I'll throw in a few more words. Sometimes it helps. Oh yeah, fashion. Fashion. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty good. And then we can start adding in images. So you can actually get, elements here. You can go to the, these are my recently used, but there's lines, shapes, graphics, but actually we're kind of after photos, so we can go to see all. And then we can look for like fashion, maybe. This girl looks like she could probably be on the website. I can also go to the website and actually pull images off. If you have a, if you have a Mac, you can just click on the photos and grab them and just pull them off onto your desktop. If you don't, you can, you can also control click, save image as, save that to your downloads folder, whichever way you prefer to do it. If you don't have a Mac, you can right click on it and save the image, and save it to your downloads or your documents, wherever you want. But if you click there and go to uploads, you can actually upload the files from your computer. Mine are actually on my desktop. I just need to put this on a list view so I can see. And I like to do it by date modified, or date added, I guess. You can click on that to get to the most recent files on the desktop. And then I can bring in the image that of the perfume bottle that I pulled off. And I can just click and drag it over into one of the squares for the image. So you got two options there. You can pull directly from the website, or you can go into the elements and find different things. You can also, if you want, get creative and use like, different illustrations. Some of them are really kind of fun and funky. So like these are, I guess these are Christmas. Let's see. But you can go in here and look around. Like this foliage is kind of cute. Like I could use some of this maybe if I wanted to. Just you can make it smaller. You can rotate it by using this button. Put it over the top of some of it, just to spice it up a little bit if you wanted to. Just have fun, really. This is about fun. Try to keep within, but I can see, Urban Outfitters having things like that. So I'm gonna just quickly, for the sake of time, go back into Elements, go to the Photos section and go see all. And then I'm just gonna maybe pull in some more images that I think work pretty well. That I think kind of match the look and feel of the brand. So yeah, you can just click and drag them in. I think that's pretty close. I mean, a lot of their stuff is pretty neutral, and I feel like that's pretty neutral. I think I might actually bring that out and yeah. Some of these, that's looking pretty good. I mean, I probably didn't need to bring that in, but it's kind of fun anyway. So yeah, that's basically kind of what I'm looking for. And then you can actually go to the share button, and then you can go to download, and you can download this as a PNG file. If you're an online student, download it as a PNG and a PDF. The PNG will be used for the online discussion critique, but the PDF file is for all students, whether you're online or in person. Download the PDF and upload that into the assignment area. And yeah, that's basically kind of the gist of the assignment.